And hey. All right, y'all, here we go. This time I am going live on Instagram at the right time. Yes. Streaming.
All right, there goes.
Yes, let's go. All right, y'all, welcome in. This is the Us Space. Ask me anything. As you know, you get on camera and you like check your hair and everything. And there's like curly cues and stuff. I went to a gala this weekend. It was very nice. All right, so welcome in. My name is LaGina R. Harris, LaGina Ray Red, however you may know me out here in these streets. And we are doing the Us Space Ask Me Anything live. This is our May edition. And the idea of this is business owners helping business owners. So this is like Ask Me Anything business edition. And I am here with a really good friend of mine who is a member of the Us Space now and is doing some wild and amazing things out here in the Houston community. And we used to be co-broadcasters on a station and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really excited about today and everything we're bringing. So we're just going to jump right in. But before we get started, I wanted to talk about all the things happening at the Us Space. So as you know, that every third Wednesday of every single month, we do have Work Accountability Day here. It is free and open to the public. All you have to do is go to theusspace.com or click on that little QR code up and over. Right, it's in two different places. So on YouTube, it's there, and on Instagram, it's there. Okay, so go there, scan, and you can see all of the things that Us Space has going on. But the Work Accountability Day, again, it's once a month. It's free. Come in, plug in, power up, catch the Us Space vibe. Come get a tour of our 11,000 square feet. And hopefully you can ideate and imagine yourself being in here, which I know you will, and either becoming a member or utilizing the space for the True Flex third space it is. We'll talk about the other thing that's going on next week because Samantha is going to be doing it. But before we dive all the way into everything, Samantha, I want to know who you are, and let's do it like this. Talk about the person, and then talk about the person in the place that you're in, and then talk about the thing that you do. So person, place, and thing. And you have to keep each of them to 2 sentences.
Okay. So I'm Samantha. I'm a person. I do things, particularly writing, reading, those kinds of things. Place, the Us Space, of course. Houston. Remote. I love remote. So the digital world, digital place, everything. And then what was the last thing? Do
things, person, place, and things. So like, what are you doing? But you kind of already named it.
Yeah.
I think you did your person, place, and thing.
Okay.
You made it seem really easy. I'm going to try it. So person. The person I am is a positive disruptor. And it says it on my LinkedIn, but it's actually really true.
It is.
I try to be very like direct and concise with how I communicate with people. And my positivity isn't like smiles and rainbows, but I'm positive in the actionable steps and then the thing that I do. Oh, well, I did it. Person, place, and thing.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all, we should use that for the intro more often. I love it. That was pretty good. Okay. So that was really good. Okay. So we talked about tours. We talked about all that stuff. So Samantha Morales, you are a data-driven marketer, right? Who lives in the intersection of content and like analysis and all those things. I would love for you to talk through that, but I have to give you some more hype because you're also a positive disruptor out here in Houston. You are in the space of creativity in a very unique way. not only in the I don't even want to say political sector, but in the civic sector, right? Like the consciousness, because I think that when we think of politics, I think of civic engagement is the first thing, like the knowledge base, the activism, how people can move about, how you support people getting involved in everything. So that the crux of it is to, yes, go vote. There's voting going on right now, so go vote. But the education piece, the actionable pieces, holding our civic leaders responsible, and all of those things. So I love that. So talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, so I do multiple things. So by my day job is I am a marketer and I amplify our humanity in an era of digital distrust, right? We are entering a lot of different kinds of digital distrust. And as a marketer, as a brand strategist, I'm sitting at the intersection of data and content to figure out how to maintain not just our humanity, but our trust in each other, especially when it comes to corporations and taking advantage of things and stuff like that. After work, after that, I am a community journalist. I specifically report on the movements that fight back, and I am currently midwifing a media movement in Houston. So, what does that mean? That is,
I was like, oh, you're a midwife.
I'm midwifing a whole movement. I'm trying to encourage members of the community to tell their own stories. They don't have to wait for the Houston Chronicle, for example, to tell their stories for them. After they tell their stories, they can archive their stories in the local library. So research nerds 20 years from now have access to primary sources as people experience systemic issues. So by day, marketer, and then I'm in service for the community, and that's community journalism. So I'm a media girly. I sit at the crossroads of all kinds of different type of media, particularly digital, because that's the world that we live in.
Mm-hmm.
But I do love me some print as well.
Okay, print. The gala I went to, when we got back in the car, there was a magazine, and I was like, oh, print media, how nice.
Was the paper nice?
It was glossy. It was I really like a matted finish. I really like a matted finish.
Yeah.
So it wasn't my cup of tea. So you're talking about independent media, and I love that. I think that that's one of the things that's really starting to come to the forefront. I would like to know, even just for my own curiosity, and all these business owners out here, right? When we're talking about business ownership, I think we're in a really unique space where we get to be boots on the ground and live the day-to-day what's happening in our own city in a really intimate way. And I've never thought about it until you said something, but we should be archiving that kind of stuff, because it comes through a different lens, but it lands on the same outcome and what's going on. So talk about how we're able to capture that information, or where we should go to do that.
Yeah, of course. So if you already have your own website or your own publishing place, definitely start there, right? So a blog is a blog. There's insights. Like they're rebranding it from calling it a blog to insights. So whatever you call
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Oh gosh, good. Because I was like, I can't learn something else, dog. I just learned about blogging.
No, it's the same thing. It's just blog has like the feel of like early 2000s, whereas insights gives like thought leadership. But it has the same function and purpose of like putting your brand out there, putting your story out there, and driving users and people to your brand. It's the same thing.
Insights.
And I would really start there. Like if you have a personal website, your regular website, start there. Document your journey as a business owner, and that will also help amplify your brand in different ways, because it'll get, especially like if you're an entrepreneur, you're just now starting out, that'll give a chance for folks to see you like the person behind the brand. So because we're in an era of digital distrust, right? Like AI is just like taking over everything. I'm watching videos. I can't tell if the video's AI.
Bruh, it's rough. You know the one that got me? The one that got me, and I had to go gadget brain to be like, this isn't real.
Yeah.
It was oh god, it was Mr. Rogers and Tupac, the ones that were going out around Mr. Rogers giving Tupac bars, and I was like, no, I don't think this is real. But I was like, this is a dope story. Wow, like
so cool.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Yo, like I don't know, like. So yeah, you're totally right. In this digital mistrust age. So in that, let's do a quick icebreaker because I jumped into it. I'm like, y'all, we got 30 minutes. Let's get all the information out of her. But what is one common marketing myth that you wish would go away? And let's then add in like the AI component.
That it's short games. Like you're gonna go viral. You can
Hey Ty.
You can make a post and then like get leads the next week or the next day. Your marketing campaign is only a month long and you're gonna convert immediately. It's very much long game. Marketing is relationship building, what it comes down to. But what makes marketing is it's relationship building using analytics and data, so you know who your audience is and how they're engaging with you. Because when you're relationship building, like how we're doing it here, I'm not getting data off LaGina.
You are.
I mean, for the us space, yes. But like, network to network, no. But when it comes to like brands and audiences, like you are able to get data from them in a way that isn't normal to relationship building.
Okay.
But with that comes some responsibility as a marketer to make sure like there's like some kind of reciprocation going on.
So what is, because, the business owners watching this were like, okay, yeah, that's great. But what's a quick way to get an analytical piece that you can turn into a useful marketing tool, or I wouldn't say quick ROI because an investment's an investment, but what is something that has a good ROI on it, return on investment?
So the first thing I would encourage any business owner to do is make sure you are linked into all the Google tools. Google tools includes Google Analytics, Google Search Console, Google Trends, for example. Make sure, because it's not just plugging in your website, it's also plugging in your email and your social media analytics as well. So I recommend having all that data in one spot, as close as much as you can. So that's like a quick win because the tools are there and then you just have to link your things to it. And then once you do that, you can use Google Trends and Google Search Console to see what topics are trending in your industry, in your area of whatever you're an expert in. And then once you get an idea of what's trending, you can see how that fits with your brand, with your values, with what you're offering, and jump on that content trend based on what you have. So that's a quick win that you can do that will just... Is it not quick? Marketing's not quick, baby.
Okay, baby. Marketing is not quick. Okay, so what I would say is you're going to go and download or record the replay of this live, and you're going to take that, put it in a transcript, and then ask your AI tool to make you a plan of action based on the transcript from the live. And then you can go from there. Bing, bang, got you. I helped you right there. Guys, that's a win. That is a win.
That is a win.
Because, when you start talking about all that stuff, so basically going to Google and plug in, it gets really thick and everything.
Yeah, it
can. And so I want to dive into, because I know that the Ask Me Anything segment is really cool. And some of these come from me, some of them come from conversations I hear in the us space or that I have with other members and everything. And then some of them are submitted. But before we dive into that, I want to ask you, why the us space? Why are you here? Why did you choose this community? Why are you helping us with our analytics coming soon? Uh, and all of those things. And it's much appreciated. Like I tell all the members that get on the live. So why?
Very intentional. Like every time I come into the space, the very first time I came into the space, even just like knowing LaGina as a broadcaster, I hadn't quite known LaGina as the owner of the Us Space or the founder of the Us Space. At that point. We were broadcasting together. But when I came into the space, everything has an intention, and it translates into the networking that happens here. People walk in, they network, they align, and they're not just aligning on business priorities, they're aligning on values as well. Mm-hmm. And that's really important to me as a member of the community. Like I do a lot of community service with my community journalism, with my civic engagement.
Yep.
And trying to get into the business world, because I used to work for a Fortune 100 company. I'm a corporate girly through and through.
A lot of y'all are ex-corporates.
Yes. But like that's a very different space. That's a lot more transactional. And it's not so much transactional, the us space, as much as it's reciprocal. And there's a big difference between those two things. So that's why I love the us space.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you. I love that testimonial. You may see that on the website. No, but it is a for real thing. I think that there is a nuance to understanding who somebody is, what their business is, how that person vibes, the value alignment, and then you can do transactions with them. But the intention and the purpose behind it is way different, or at least I feel like it is. And it sounds like you do as well. We love having you here. Hope you make the next movie night. We will be watching Boomerang for sure. And we have to vote on the other one, but that's beside the point. So the Ask Me Anything business owners helping business owners is really around taking your thought leadership and your industry knowledge and applying it to some questions. So this first one is submitted, and it is, if a business owner only has time to fix 3 things, 1, 2, 3, on their website this month, what should they fix first?
So the first thing I would recommend
is delete it. Just delete it.
Delete it. Delete it. Start from scratch.
You've stopped me from jumping off the ledge and just be like, delete. Oh gosh. Go ahead. Apologies.
The first thing to do is to check your SEO title, your SEO meta description. So each page has meta titles, meta descriptions, and those are foundational to getting found. And the main mistake that I see folks doing, especially when they're starting out, is that they do not give any of that attention. And that's like more back end stuff. They also do not look at the headers of their page. There's H1, H2, H3. That's how AI and how search,
the crawlers,
they crawl your headers. First, they look at your meta tags and meta description, and then they go through your headers and they determine if your content is reliable or not. And then they get into the paragraphs. So those are like and you asked for 1 or 2 or 3. So that's the first 2 things, the headers and the SEO. The third common mistake that I'm starting to see a lot more now is the output on your website or your email or any digital world looks straight up AI. Like it looks like it was copy pasted from AI. You may have worked with the agent to create the draft, and that's awesome. I do love that. But then the piece itself looks like AI. It doesn't look like it was written by somebody.
You said so I put a blog up, and it was basically I think it was like the top 5 or top 10 like things to do with the us space. Like, and you were like, yeah, it's AI. I was like, no, I went and edited through and did all the stuff and put, and so even working on that and understanding what you can co-use AI for, and then what you should be changing. What are some of those things that you should be updating or changing? I know one of them that really was the tell all to people using AI when people started heavily using it about a year and a half ago was that M dash.
Oh, that made me so mad.
Those and I mean, I cussed my AI tool out. I'm like, please do save to memory. Do not use M dash. And if y'all don't know what the M dash is, it's that long dash line that's like this, like it's longer than a regular little dash. Nobody even knows where that is on the keyboard. So why would you put an M dash in my stuff?
For my fellow writers, I love my M dash. I have not given up my M dash. And when I use my M dash in my writing, I tell people reading my work to not at me because I'm reclaiming that M dash. AI is not going to take it away from me.
She's like, and that's it. So what are some editing things after you put your thoughts in the AI or pre-write and then ask, AI to help you clean it up, or however you do it? What are some editing advice pieces that you would give to people?
So the first thing is make sure whatever is in there, it's not just one sentence. So have your paragraph be a sizable paragraph, like 3 to 5 sentences. There's like, here comes my writing side out. There's like texture in paragraphs, right? Where some sentences are short, some sentences are long, and it emphasizes different things. AI doesn't know how to emphasize. AI does not have culture. Bring the culture into your writing.
Oh, bring the culture into your writing. And AI also does some systemic preconceived notions around when you start typing, who you are, how you state things. If you put in, say this like I would say it, and it's like, yeah, my AI is now trained, but that was very frustrating at the beginning, was the systemic racist that it would put into my AI writing. And I was like, I don't write like that.
Yeah.
I talk like that sometimes, but I don't write like that. So that was a big thing as well.
Yeah, and that's really important right now because that's how we can see each other's humanity still. Like, just bring your personality, bring your voice, bring your culture into your writing. When you're seeing the AI output, it's like, okay, how would I actually say it?
Yeah.
And then edit it in that way.
Yes.
And take out, sometimes it puts in random emojis, take those out.
I say no emojis, and AI will get really repetitive.
Yes.
So sometimes, and you can always tell when people reply to the email using AI because it like takes your sentences and puts it in the reply. It's really weird, and it won't move the conversation forward sometimes.
Yes. Yeah. So once you figure out the topics and trends and things that you want to talk about as it relates to your industry or what you're an expert at, the whole point of what LaGina just said, moving the conversation forward. Make sure whatever content you put out there, that's not just blog, email, social post, is moving the conversation forward. And the reason like I'm intersecting between social and email as well is because AI visibility is not just capturing websites, it's also capturing social posts. So whatever you put onto your website really needs to be aligned with what you put on your social. We're so cute.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, y'all, we see 2 screens. We're like, photo shoot. Okay, so this is, I don't know if these are all in the same line of topic, but as a founder, as you move from founder to CEO mindset, that in between line of having to know a little bit, but everything about your business is really challenging, especially when you get to the marketing side of it, and then the barrel that you are having us dive down is a lot in its own, right?
Yeah.
So what is the difference between SEO, AEO, and a GEO?
DEO.
Oh, okay, these are all things.
They're all things.
Because I'm still figuring out SEO. So good for anybody out there watching that knows what an AE, a GE, a BEFEO, all of it. But okay, but we'll just stick to the S, the A, and the G. So
Yes.
SEO, AEO, GEO. Go.
Okay. So SEO is the grandmother of the EOs. So a search engine optimization was created when Google was created, when the World Wide Web was created. And that was basically optimizing your website for search. When you type into Google, there's the search results. AEO is answer engine optimization. That's like the new kid on the block that we're all trying to figure out. So you're in ChatGPT. My preferred AI is DeepSeek. You're in whatever you use. And that is answer engine optimization. You put in your prompt, it regurgitates some stuff out. Getting that citations and that visibility in answer engine optimization, AEO, is what that is.
So that's like your Copilot, your Claude, your all those.
Yes.
Okay, so what everybody's raving about right now, including myself. I'm not trying to act like I ain't it. Okay.
And like SEO is still very foundational to AEO. So you have to have a good solid SEO to have, like they don't exist on separate. They're related.
Okay.
Yeah.
The cousin.
Yes. Yeah. The cousin.
The auntie grandma. Because if SEO is the grandmother, AEO is the auntie grandma, and it's a little, because auntie grandmas are younger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so that's the answer engine optimization. You see, y'all, what we're doing here, we're having a whole education class. So what is GEO?
So GEO is geography. So that comes into Google locations, so if it's pretty easy for like the us space, because you go into the Google business and it's one location.
And it pops up right here in downtown Houston, 808 Travis. Downtown, all four sides of the building have parking.
Parking and access straight to the tunnels, straight to food.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, before you start that question, hey y'all, if you're just tuning in, this is Ask Me Anything with Samantha and LaGina. I am the founder of the Us Space, and this is Ask Me Anything Business Edition. This is our May edition of it, and we are talking all things marketing, but we are really diving down the EO rabbit hole. And we went over SEOs, AEOs. So SEOs are the grandmother, AEOs are the auntie grandma, and then we're talking about GEOs, and they are the just the auntie.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like they're still part of the family, but yeah.
Wait, we can't say just the auntie and then be like they're still part of the family. I am the family. I'm the middle of the family. I am outside of the. Anyways, go ahead.
It's how they find you. Find your actual location. That's how they find
the GEO. Okay.
That's where they know when the barbecue's at. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. Cookout in my world, but we could go barbecue. So is that like the geocaching, or where you drop your pin and
yeah. Yeah,
okay.
it's part of that too. So when you're like looking at Google Maps, and you're like, what's around me? And the businesses pop up, the restaurants pop up.
Yes.
That is GEO.
That's GEO. Oh.
Yeah. When Wendy's, you look up Wendy's locations and it pops out 200 Wendy's locations.
Got it.
That is GEO.
Can you increase your GEO?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
You can have multiple locations. Yeah. So the Us Space has this location. So increasing the GEO for that would just be making sure the Google business information is updated and related to your offer.
Okay, I got it. So with the GEO, can you increase it by like your searchability or coming up higher when it says like co-working spaces in downtown? Is that a GEO increase or is that a
That's when
an SEO?
That's
increase?
when it comes to play with SEO and AEO.
Oh.
Because whatever you have on your website and on your blogs needs to also match what you have in your GEO description.
Okay, so I can feel y'all watching getting overwhelmed because I am. So what is
like your core message, your core pillars, content alignment across the different things.
And you're saying start with cleaning up your SEOs.
Yeah.
Because the crawlers will find it and it kind of connects to the AEOs and the GEOs.
Yes.
So the SEOs are the grandmother or, this is your granddaddy. Like make sure that the SEOs are good on your page. Okay. Let me see. Let's do another submitted one. AI search is changing how people find information. And with the GEOs, how should business owners adapt without getting overwhelmed? So this kind of ties into what we were just talking about.
Yeah. So AI search is completely rocking the marketing world. It's even like if you meet anybody who says they're an AI expert, they're lying, because I'm meeting industry leaders who have been in this for 20, 30 years, and they're still figuring out a bunch of different things. But the main way that it's changing search and why we're all like, bah, is we're entering a 0-click era where it used to be you go on Google, you find the link that best suits your query, you click the link, it takes you to the website.
Right.
AI search just spoon feeds information.
You don't even go to the website anymore.
You don't even go to the website anymore.
Huh.
So that is something that we are running into. And the main piece of advice I have is what I said earlier. Make sure your content is aligned across website, social, email. If you already did not have a strong core message, this is the time to really develop that. Because the stronger you are in your messaging, the stronger you are in your voice and your perception, your authenticity, and all of that, the more you're going to get recognized across all these different EEOs. And when AI pulls you up, it's going to pull up your brand messaging. It's going to pull up your offerings, your services. And then, then that'll build the trust that user needs to go direct to your website. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it's all connected. It's step through all of those kind of things. So most definitely. Okay. So my last question, if anybody has questions, go ahead and drop them. I keep meaning to say that, but y'all know this is interactive. So you can drop your questions as you do. And if we do not get to them, I will definitely say you should DM Samantha, Sam the Mullet. And my actual brand and personal Instagram is Lorraine Infinity. That is my company where I do my speaking engagements and business consulting work. And so, yeah, feel free to DM us, follow us for more things. And of course, engage with the space. Use the QR code wherever you're seeing it, on whatever platform you're watching. And make sure that you go to the uspace.com and go to events or scan the QR code and come to our next work accountability day. And we have a lunch and learn that day. So before I ask my last question, talk about the lunch and learn and what you're going to be doing, because we're kind of like building up to that.
So the lunch and learn is going to be a continuation of this conversation.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's about shaping your brand with AI. We're going to dig into some stats that have come out about how people in the communities, people in the world perceive AI.
Yep.
and how we can come back to our strong core foundational brand messages and then use AI to create workflows, prompt libraries, topic clusters, and things like that. But it's going to be a big focus on your core message.
Yeah, which is exciting. So the Lunch and Learn is also available in our events tab on our website and at the link tree. I believe for if you're a member of our community, we have our member pricing, and then for non-members, of course, you're welcome to come. Please register. Lunch is included in that price for the ticket, and so it's totally worth it. It's about an hour and a half to 2 hours. It is very interactive and you get things done. Plus, you get to network as well. So make sure you tap into that Lunch and Learn that will be next week on Wednesday. And believe it or not, y'all, next Wednesday is May 20th. We're already, I could cry. May is done. So next Wednesday is May 20th. Also, shout out to all the grandmothers, auntie grandmas, mothers, community mothers for this Mother's Day just passed, just like every other beautiful thing that should be celebrated. It is 365 to 366. So make sure you hug somebody that is a motherly figure, your mother, or anything. Give people their flowers while they are here. All right. So my last question to you, and it says, if time allows, I say time allows. What is one visibility trend you think business owners should pay attention to for the rest of 2026?
One visibility trend that I think they should be paying attention to is where social media and search are intersecting. Because, like I said before, AI is citing social media. It's pulling citations from LinkedIn predominantly, of all things to cite. So visibility trends are going to start being at intersections. It's not just channels. It's not just BAM, email, social media. It's all starting to intersect into one spot, which is these AI areas. So keep an eye on visibility at the intersections.
Keep an eye on visibility at the intersections. And also, like I always say on LinkedIn, show up, show up, show up. And it sounds like you need to do the same in your marketing. And, just as a quick recap, some of the things that Samantha was talking about is use your insights to get knowledge on what's going on and your visibility. Marketing is relationship building. That's something that she definitely said. Side note, support independent media. We both feel like that. Independent media for sure. And then let me take this drop off, and then make sure you're following Samantha. And then between SEOs, AEOs, and GEOs, start with your grandmother SEO in your website, on your blogs, anything like that. And just make sure that the header 1, 2, and 3 are really aligned. And the insight piece, that used to be called blogs. It's the same thing. Insights are really our new thought leadership platform. And make sure that those SEOs are on point too, because the little crawlers that people now identify as AI that were already there before are really picking that up for the searchability of what you're doing. So those are some big things. So Samantha, I want to thank you for breaking this all down, even though like my eyes are like this half the time. I did process, and I'm processing, y'all. I'm sure y'all are too. But thank you for that. Again, y'all can reach out to Samantha at Sam the Mullet. You can also always come up here to the Us Space and catch our vibe, and hopefully catch her while she's in one of her work days. Be looking out for the Us Space to drop our new photos for this year's marketing photo shoot, along with some updates to our website that are really cool as we move into a new storefront so that you can book stuff with a lot more ease, whether it is our conference rooms or our training space, or even a space for your cohort to do work, and even day passes. So be looking out for that same website, theusspace.com, and we'll keep that as long as we keep the lights on here. You got anything else you want to say?
That about wraps it up. Just keep looking at the intersections. It's going to get crazy.
Yep. Well, I thank you for your time again. Y'all book a tour with us. Come hang out with us at the Us Space. Get a membership. Hopefully find the community. And if we are not your community, we will help you find what you need, because it's really about intentionality and purpose. And all right, until next time, have a good one and get some work done. All right, y'all. Peace.